If you want to know the different types of fishing line that you can use to make your bead design, then this video is for you. Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olayinka and this is Yinka Beams. Welcome to Yinka Beams. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the different types of fishing line and beading thread that we have and what you can use them for. So if you are watching me right now and you make beads, or you just want to venture into beads and you don't know the differences between the types of fishing line that we have and beading needle, then you shouldn't go anywhere. Let's go into this video proper. If you are watching me right now and you are a bead designer, or you are about to start the bead making business, or you want to go into bracelets, into waist beads, I need you to understand that beading needle is different from sewing needle. That's one. The second one is fishing line has different sizes and they have different uses. If you do not use the right fishing line for your bead design, you are going to be frustrated. It's going to cause you a whole lot of stress. You are going to make errors and it's not going to be good at all. So in today's video, I just want to share with you the different types of fishing line that we have and the types of beading needle that we have and what you can use them for. So I am going to first of all start with, I don't want this video to be too long. If you want to know how to start your bead making business, I have a video recorded already and I'm going to put it somewhere here. And if you also want to know the tools and the items you need for your bead business, I also recorded a video on it. I'm going to link all the video in the description so you can go check the description and watch the video that you want. I have videos on how to start a bead business, on the tools that you can use as a beginner in bead making. I have a video on the tools and the items that I've used in my business for the past 6 years. I have been running my bead business, which is Christy Beads and Accessories, since 2018. So I recorded a video on the items and the tools I have used. I bought over time. I bought them small bit by bit. So I have all of them. I'm going to attach them in the description. So make sure you check the description and check the video and watch them. If you also have any questions, please put them in the comment section. So for today, let's go into the video proper. Now we have different types of fishing line. What is fishing line? Fishing line are the thread that you use when you want to make your beads, want to do bracelets, and it comes in like this. Now I need you to understand that fishing line has different sizes and you need to know what it's used for. So fishing line start from 0.25, that is 0.25 mm, which is what I'm going to show you now. Is 0.25 mm. I'm trying to look for it. Is 0.25 mm. Now this is 0.25 mm. The label has removed, but it is with this same brand. We have fishing line of different brand. This is 0.30 mm. This is 0.25 mm. Now difference between 0.25 mm and 0.30 mm is that the higher the number, the thicker the thread, the thicker the fishing line. You can call this beading thread, but if you are in Nigeria, this is mostly called fishing line. And where can you get fishing line? You can get it on any bead store in Nigeria. So this is it. You can see the wire. You can see how the wire is, how very tiny. It's 0.25 fishing line is the tiniest fishing line, and this fishing line is used for, maybe you want to make an earring and you just want to attach something. You don't want it to show. You don't want to be very obvious. You want it to be very faint. You don't want anybody to know that you make an earring, maybe an earring that is that you have to attach a pendant on it, and you need a fishing line that you need to hold the pendant or the rose on the earring plates. You need maybe an earring plate. I don't really check. I'm trying to look for an earring plate because I think I have one in this pouch. Okay, good. So this is an earring. You can see this earring, this gold thing, that this is called a rosette. I am not teaching you beading training in this video, but I just want to explain how you can use this. It's 0.25 fishing line. So you use this 0.25 fishing line when you are working with an earring like this or any other design that you don't want the fishing line to be showing. So if you want to attach this rosette on this earring plate, you are going to first of all use a gum, a beading gum, something like this. You can see something like this B7000. You can see B7000. You can use this B7000 to place it on this earring plate. This is called earring plate, and this is the back of the earring. I hope you can see. This is the front of the earring. It comes with a pearl. Now if you want to attach, after attaching the gum with this earring plate, the gum will not hold it. You need a 0.25 fishing line to use it to attach it. Now you can see the back of this earring. If you can see clearly, you will see that you will not know, but this fishing line is at the back of this earring plate. It is used to hold this rosette or this rose to this earring plates. So this is how you use a 0.25 fishing line. I don't want to dwell much on that, but 0.25 fishing line is the tiniest fishing line that you can work with if you want to make something, maybe an earring, or you want to use it to sew a bag, or you don't want it to show, you will use the 0.25. It's very tiny. Okay, now let's go to 0.30. I've talked about 0.25. Now 0.30, the brand of this one is nylon monofilament fishing line. We have different brand for fishing line, but for this one that I have here is 0.30. You can see 0.30 is also 0.30. It's 0.30 mm, is 0.30 mm, and it is this is 0.30 mm. You use it for sand beads or seed beads. If you want to work on seed beads, is 0.30 mm is what you need. And when you are working on seed beads, you will also need a beading needle. The beading needle that is associated, that is the right one for this fishing line, is actually 10 or size 11. I do not have a size 11 needle again, but I have a size 10. Now this is a size 10. A size 10 needle, this is how it comes. A needle, it comes in like 20 pieces inside. And this needle, you can, if you are working with sand beads and you need fishing line, you will make use of a 0.30 fishing line. This needle will successfully enter into this fishing line in order for you to use your sand beads. Okay, that's for 0.30. We have is 0.35 again. Is 0.35. You can see the brand of this one is AB Frank. This one is very common. If you go to any big store, you will see 0.35. Whenever you want to buy fishing line, just know the type of bead you want to use it for. When you know the type of bead you want to use it for, you will know the type of fishing line that you will use. And when you are working with fishing line, the type of bead you are working with will determine if you will need needle or not. You only need beading needle when you are working with tiny beads. Examples like sand beads, boggle beads that is very tiny, and and size 4 crystals. When you are working with maybe size 6, size 8 crystals, pearl, and every other big bead, you don't need fishing line again. You don't need needle, sorry. You only need beading needle when you are working with tiny beads like boggle beads, seed beads. And the type of needle that you will need and the fishing line depends on the beads that you are working on. So before you go and buy fishing line and needle, know the type of beads you want to use. If it is a big bead like the one I'm wearing, it's like this bracelet now, like this bracelet, you don't need a needle for this. This is big enough. This is size 8. So that being said, so this is 0.35. You need this is 0.35. Can also enter size 10 needle. It can also enter size 10 needle. You need it for sand beads as well, and can also need it for crystals, maybe size 4 crystals, size 6 crystals. Is 0.35. Now the next one I want to explain in this video is a 0.30. Now we have fishing line for 0.25. Let me just mention them. It's 0.25 before I will show you the picture, so that I don't want this video to be too long. We have a 0.25, which I've mentioned. Is 0.25. This is 0.30, which is this I showed you. Is 0.35, which is this. We have a 0.40. The uses of fishing line is that the higher the number goes, the thicker the thicker the thread. You can see is 0.40. Let me show you 0.35. You can see, look at 35 is not really thick, but 0.40 is thick. You can see 0.35. See how it looks. Now look at 0.40. Now we have a 0.50. So the higher the number, the thicker the fishing line. This is 0.50 is thicker than 0.40. Now we have is 0.60. Is 0.60 is when you want to do corals, you want to do bridal corals, maybe for an husband or a wife. You will use the 0.60 and the 0.70. So the right fishing line that you use for beading coral, if you to use for coral set or big beads, is 0.60 and is 0.70. We have a 0.80. There's also a 0.90 and there's 1.0. I do not use a 0.80, neither do I use 0.90, and I do not use 1.0 because I do not deal with beaded bags. If you are watching this video and you make beaded bags, that means you are going to start using from 0.60, 0.70, 0.80, or 0.90. But I deal with earrings, bracelets, waist beads, coral set, pearl. I only use from 0.25, 0.30, 0.35, 0.40, 0.50, 0.60, and 0.70. So this is 0.60. You can see how 0.60 is very thick. Look at 0.60, very thick, of the same AB franc. You can see of the same AB franc. Of the same, this is 0.70. You can see 0.70 is very thick. When I'm working with 0.70 for corals, I do not double it because it is very thick enough. I can decide to double 0.60 if I'm working with a groom's coral, but 0.70 I double it, and I might not double it. So I can decide to double it, and I decide if I do not double it, I'm still fine because it is a very thick. You can see how thick it is. So if you want to know how to get the right fishing line for your beaded design, you will need to know the beads that you want to work on. That will tell you if you need a needle or not. And like I mentioned, that before you know the fishing line you will need, you need to know the beads that you will use, and the beads that you will use will determine the fishing line that you will need. The fishing line you will need for 0.25 is for small beads, is 0.30 smith beads like seed beads, bugle beads. From 0.35 you can start working with crystals. Is 0.40, 0.50 you can do with crystal, you can do with pearl, angel skin, and every other beads. In 0.60 we are doing with big beads, examples like corals, all these bigger beads. Is 0.70 also corals and bigger beads. Is 0.80, 0.90 beaded bags. Okay, so that is exactly all the uses of fishing line. You can see is 0.25, is 0.30, is 0.35, is 0.40, is 0.50, is 0.60, and is 0.70. Look at all these fishing line. They are used for different beads. So if you are watching this video and you want to start bead making business, you need to start buying all this fishing line. And the fishing line are sold according to their numbers. Is 0.30, I think is, before things were expensive it was 200 naira, but now I think it's not 300 naira. But it's 0.70. When I bought 0.70, I think 3 months ago or 4 months ago, I bought it for 800 naira or 1,000. So the bigger the beads, the bigger the fishing line, the higher the price. You can still get 0.25, 0.3 for maybe like 300 or 400, depending on your location. But if it now comes to 0.60, they can say 0.60 is 500 naira, 600 naira, 700 naira, depending on your location. But the prices start from 200 naira. And again we have fishing, and again we have beading needle. This is beading needle. This is size 10. We have size 9, we have size 10, we have size 11, and we have size 12. I make use of size 10 and size 12 most of the time, but right now as I'm doing this video, I have exhausted my size 12 beading needle. So I am going to show you size 9. Size 9 beading needle is for another brand, which is Bead seeding needle, double long, size 9. Now the difference between size 9 beading needle and size 10 beading needle, let me tell you. You know that when I was explaining the fishing line, I said that the higher the number of the fishing line, the thicker the fishing line. But when it comes to needle, the higher the number of the beading needle, the tinier and the smaller the hole of the needle. So this size 9 beading needle now is bigger than size 10 beading needle. Okay, let me say it again. Size 9 beading needle is longer and bigger than size 10 beading needle. If you want to deal with crystals, you make use of size 9. But if you are working with sand beads, you make use of size 10, because before the sand beads will enter into the size 9, you are going to be pulling and all your beads will be breaking. So just make do with size 10. We also have size 11 and size 12. But like I said, while recording this video, I do not have size 11 and size 12 beading needle again. I only have size 9 beading needle and size 10 beading needle. Let me show you how size 9 beading needle looks like. It's very long. So the higher the needle, you can see. Look at size 9 beading needle. You can see how long it is. You can see it's long. So beading needle is different from sewing needle. Beading needle is different from sewing needle. Let me show you size 10 beading needle. You can see. Look at it. This is size 9. You can see how long it is. You can see the hole, how long it is. This one, you can use this one with crystal. Now look at size 10. Look at how size 10 looks very small. So that's why I said the beading needle, the tinier it becomes. So size 9 beading needle is this, and size 10 beading needle. So the higher the number of the beading needle, the smaller and the tinier it becomes. Size 9 beading needle is bigger than size 10 beading needle. So I hope I have been able to do justice to everything I talked about in this video. I talked about the fishing line that we have. Let me do a recap. We have from 0.25, 0.30, 0.35, 0.40. We have 0.45. I don't even have it. We have 0.50, which I showed you in this video already. We have 0.60. We have 0.70. We have a 0.80, we have a 0.90. So this video I've explained the types of beading needle that we have, which is from size 9, size 10, size 11, and size 12. While fishing line we have is 0.25, 0.30, 0.35, 0.4, 0.45, 0.50, 0.60, 0.70, 0.80, 0.90, 1.0. So for beading, for fishing line, the higher the number of the fishing line, the thicker the fishing line. While for beading needle, the higher the size of the needle, the tinier and smaller the needle is. So size 9 beading needle is bigger than size 10 beading needle. Size 10 beading needle is best used for sand beads, while size 9 beading needle is best used for crystals and some big beads. And again, it is not all the time that you're working on beads that you make use of needle. There are some beads that are big already. Examples like maybe from size 10 pearl, angel skin beads. We have some other bigger beads. You don't need beading needle for this. You only need your fishing line and your hand. When you want to use beading needle, is either you're working with sand beads or bugle beads or very smaller beads, maybe like crystals of size 4. So if you are working with a big beads, you don't need needle at all. You just need to know the right appropriate fishing line that you need to use for that design. So your beads will determine your needle and your fishing line. Please don't forget that. If you're also watching this video and you also have more information about fishing line and I did not mention, please put it down so that other people can also learn. If you also have questions, please put them in the comment section. Please subscribe to my channel. I drop videos about bead business, tutorials, personal development, lifestyle, and business growth. Please drop your comments, share this video, like this video, and also subscribe to my channel. I am going to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.